Did you watch Flow? Flow is on Max. Flow has to do with kitties. A kitty like this. But that kitty did a lot of swimming. I don't know if this kitty could do that much swimming. This kitty likes to be petted. Very good at being petted and very sweet. And would probably give fish to the other animals like the kitty did in that. But it was an interesting movie. It was, kind of realistic and kind of fantastic too. And, post-apocalyptic, I don't know. It might have been before civilization as we know it. Except the boat had a sail on it that looked kind of modern, but it could have been like, the flood with Noah's Ark, except there weren't people in the ark, only animals, and they weren't 2 by 2, they were one of each. And it was really nicely done. I thought it was a pretty good movie. The backgrounds and the environment was beautiful to look at. The creatures were nice. The kitty moved just like a kitty and acted a lot like a kitty. This kitty acts like a kitty. She's very good at letting you mess with her face. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a good movie. I think you should look at it if you want to. The thing about movies is they always have to do with some sort of conflict. This one was the kitties against the rest of nature. Kitties are nature too, but this was kitties struggling against the rest of nature that is being uncooperative, being a little bit too wet, and so they're trying to stay dry. So it wasn't. I didn't see it as something like a future thing. Like when they do come to a city, a civilization sort of thing, it looked really old. Actually, the big towers and so forth, they looked like they didn't look like modern buildings. They looked like they could have been some sort of ancient civilization. And so anyway, I just wanted to visit with this kitty here and talk about Flow because I thought it was a pretty good movie. And as I said, it's all these movies have to have some sort of conflict. There's always a story that involves someone in danger or someone in conflict or some sort of battle. And, that's what goes on in that movie. There were no people. That was a plus. There was no dialogue. There was no talking kitties. We didn't have a voice of Will Ferrell coming out of one of the animals, which is a relief. I don't have the guy's name. It made the movie. He's Latvian, so we don't see many Latvian movies, I don't think. So I think it was a really worthy animation and, a nice movie. And it's safe to watch with the kiddies, the children, because, spoiler alert, nobody dies. I don't think any of the animals die, except for the really big fish. The really big fish that once it dried up again, the really big fish was in trouble. Once again, that was a fantastical element, or very, very in the past, like that was sort of some sort of a dinosaur fish. And, you know, that could very well be, but it was not a fish of today, you know, it was some sort of sea mammal, but it, you know, would come up out of the water every once in a while and splash back in. So it didn't seem like a 21st century fish or somewhere in the future fish. It seemed like a fish in the past. Clean your ears a little bit here, and right around your nose and your eyes. See, like they like their hair pulled like this, because see, they don't. You ever see a cat lick itself with its little hard tongue? They can't really do that with their head. That's why they sort of lick their paws and then rub over their face with it, you know. But so I think they appreciate being pulled a little bit like that. And there's a little bit of purring going on. I don't know if you could hear that. Sweet kitty. This is my landlady's kitty. She calls her Rose, whereas I call her Grace. So, what's in a name? To a cat, probably not all that much. So, thank you, Rose, for being a guest star on Tickled to Death today, and assisting me and probably getting me more hits with the cute kitty bit. So I exploited the cat to get more hits, okay? So that's the kind of guy I am. But the cat likes to get petted like this, so I think it's kind of an even deal. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later.